Hi everybody, welcome to another Gems of War video. I'm Mrs. Insane Witch, forgot to say that. And this is the invasion video, invasion this week, so we are going to defeat some towers. Okay, so let's go to the shop and get our resources, the things that we need to get. So I'm going to buy the easy buy button, but if you don't have that many diamonds, not diamonds, sorry, gems, you have to buy at least tier 3 to get the new weapon and a copy of Horusite Champion, which is our team captain. So don't forget, minimum tier 3 to get all the new things. So let me buy the easy buy button, and we got potions and all those things with the new weapon. And now let's go and do some fights. So I have 4 teams to show you today. 2 are more or less the same as the other ones that I usually show, because they are the fast travel through all the stages. So let's go. This is the low level one, and this one is one of the teams that you can use to go fast through all the stages until stage this one until stage 5, 2 towers only. So yeah, now I was thinking and let me go level up my Horusite Champion, my team captain. Can I level up, please? Thank you. And let's do ascensions to mythic and the traits and level up. So I'm going to do 1 or 2 fights with this one, and then I'm gonna swap to the other one. So let's go. And we are using Box Strider to destroy gems and entangle a random enemy. So mana generate. For traits, allied elemental gain 2 life, inflict entangle when doing skull damage, and reduce damage from skulls by 33%. So it is a bit of a tank. Then of course we have Black Manacles, deals a number of damage to all enemies, and there's a 20% chance to devour a random enemy. We are using the class Archer, and on the third trait of Archer we have 15% chance for skull damage to be lethal. And Shogora, silence and deals a number of true damage to the first and last enemy. Explode 5 gems of the most used ally mana color. For traits, gain 5 magic when attacking delves. All enemies lose 2 random skill points, and enrage a random ally when an ally casts a spell. And of course we are using our team captain, Horusite Champion, that will deal a number of damage to an enemy if they are a tower, deals 3 times to 5 times damage. Oh my god. Deals 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascensions. If the enemy dies, bless all allies. And for traits, allied divine gain 2 life, reduce damage from spells by 25%, and deals 3 to 5 times skull damage versus towers based on my ascension. So the more you have it upgraded, more damage he will make, either on skulls, so third trait on skulls, and if it is a mythic, he will do 5 times damage based on the ascension. So let's jump into battle. So these teams are, at least these two, this one to go fast until stage 5. So let's get some mana going and cast Black Manacles. And we go. Keep in mind that Black Manacles will not devour the towers, I think. No. I'm sorry. It's too hot. My brain is melting and I am confusing the towers with the raid bosses. Yeah, that's what I'm doing. What I wanted to say is keep in mind, depending on your level, you may need to cast more than once. That's what I wanted to say. And if you can, use our team captain to take care of the towers quicker. So this is the low level team to fast travel at least until stage 5. Now let me grab the other one. If you are a low level player and you have these troops, you can use it too. Manage and paste. I only show the other options because I know that not everybody has all the troops already. So, but if you have Ruby Macaque, you can use Ruby Macaque. And this one is the one that go fast travel to stage 7. But yes, you will need, as you progress, you will need to cast more than once. So let's jump into battle with this one. I'm gonna do 1 or 2 here and then pause, go through the stages and come back for the 4 towers. Let's cast Arachnian Weaver already, and we can cast Ruby Macaque. So I'm going to pause the video now and come back on stage 7. See you in a bit. Okay, I'm back on stage 7, and while I was doing my battles, I realized I did not show you the team. So on this one, for high level players, we are using Box Strider, destroys a number of gems and entangle a random enemy, and the trait, so it is a tank troop. Then we are using the Ruby Macaque weapon, deals a number of true damage to all enemies and then creates 3 booty gems and explodes 5 gems. We are using also the class Archer. Then we have Arachnian Weaver, web all enemies, deals a number of true damage to the last 2 enemies. If an enemy dies, explodes 15 gems. For traits, cannot be targeted by spells unless there are no other targets. Immune to all status effects, devour, lycanthropy and mana burn, and there is a 75% chance to summon a web spinner when an enemy dies. So if you have any spots open, you have a summon if you need. And then of course we have Horusite Champion, our tower killer, the team captain. So I'm going to do this last battle here with this team on stage 7, and then we are going for the other 2 teams for the 4 towers. So let's do the extra turn there on greens, why not, and on browns. Cast the Ruby Macaque. Of course, as long as the battles get harder, we have to cast more than once. So these were the fast travel teams, so to speak, to go through all the stages. Now let's go to, let me grab the team code, copy, and go to stage 8. On this one we are using Sharp Tooth. So Sharp Tooth deals a number of damage to an enemy. If they are a tower, deals 3 times to 5 times damage based on my ascension, and there is a 30% chance for an extra turn and a 30% chance to get my mana back. For traits, become enraged when enemy dies, reduce damage from skulls by 30% and deals 3 to 5 times skulls damage versus towers based on my ascension. So this one is also a tower killer. I add a bit of a lag there. Okay. Then of course our team captain. This is the one that we need to use on all the teams. And we have Pigra that will create 7 red gems and then explode a number of red gems, and there is a 30% chance to summon a Pigra. So if we have a summon there, if we have a spot open. Gain 1 life for each red ally, immunity to burning and fairy fire, and summon a firestorm when an enemy dies. And then we have Blade of the Guardian, so the new weapon. This one gives a number of attack and life to all monster allies and then bless them. So we are using now the class Dervish. So we are using Dervish to boost our monster troops. Okay, first of all I am going to upgrade my weapon because I don't have it upgraded. So I'm going to upgrade it. And let's jump into fight. Oh my. Okay, be careful. Are these the ones? Yeah, be careful with the towers that are green and yellow because they have a 75% chance to ignore armor with skull damage, so they can insta kill you essentially if they attack you. And then be careful with the blue and brown because they have reduced damage from skulls by 75%. So if you are going to attack it with skulls, be careful with these two because these two are very annoying. Okay, so as soon as you have mana, try and kill one and then kill another. Use your tower killers to do that. So, and skulls up there, and we can take care of the last one with the other tower killer too. So these two teams are not high level or low level because they are practically the same thing, just a bit of swapping on the weapons and some troops, but they are essentially the same thing. I don't think they use mythic, so if you are a low level player and you have these troops, you can use them. And let's take care of the green and yellow, and now some skulls. Try to get some mana for the last one. No need. Okay, and now let me grab the other team code. And paste. So for this one we are using 2 sharp tooths, the same troop, so one tower killer also, so 2 sharp tooths. Then we have Horusite Champion, our team captain, and for weapon we are using Stone Cutter. Explodes a number of brown gems, grant a random status effect to all monster allies, and then summon a monster troop. And of course we are using Dervish for the boost on all monster troops. Okay, so we are using 2 sharp tooth because it has a 30% chance for an extra turn or a 30% chance to get my mana back, so a bit of loopy or a free play there. And here on the weapon we are using Stone Cutter because it's red, but you can also use Sharp Fang. Yes. Sharp Fang. So, Sharp Fang explodes a number of broad gems and grant a random status effect to all monster allies and then summon a monster troop. So you can use this one also and have a summon if you need. But I'm using Stonecutter because it's also red and I think we have a boost from red gem. So I was saying, because I think it has, I was using Stonecutter because I thought it had red bonus, but it does not. So forget about that. But you can use either this one or Sharp Fang. So let's jump into battle and let's do this. Don't let the flying birdies, the flying towers run away. In this case, flying towers. Be careful with that, and be careful with the blue and brown and the green and yellow towers, which are the most annoying ones to kill. So take care of those ones as soon as you can. And now let's get some mana going for our troops. Come on. Blues, let's go. And some more blues. Oh, we had mana there. So let's take care of this one because it's almost filled up with mana. And now take care of the green and yellow. And then we can explode with Stonecutter. Yep. And we're done. Let's do another one. And that is it for the teams that I had to show you today for the invasion. So extra turn on greens, not that we need greens, but okay, it's an extra turn. Some browns and let's take care of the blue and brown. Let's take care of the green and yellow. Do some skulls and take care of the other one with our tower killers. Okay, so I was talking and I ended the video and I messed up. So I want to tell you one thing more. I will need to edit this in later, but what I wanted to tell you on these teams, if you don't have Sharp Tooth, or on the other team, was it Sharp Tooth too? Yeah. So if you don't have Sharp Tooth for an extra tower killer, you can come to your troops and type in the filter Siege. So if you don't have Sharp Tooth, you can use Cryptworm, which is also a siege breaker, a tower killer, or you can also use, oh my god, Towerite Priestess, which is also a siege breaker, a tower killer. So if you don't have Sharp Tooth and you have one of these two, you can use either one. They are also usable here because they are tower killers. Behemoth is not a tower killer. It is here as a siege breaker, but he is not. Yeah, it's here because his first trait is siege. That's why it appears on the filter, but he is not a tower killer, so that one is not usable. Horusite Champion you have to use in every team. It's the captain of the week. And then of course you can use any other of these three depending on what you have. So that's what I wanted to add to my teams or to my video, just in case. And now thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for listening to all my shenanigans, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.